What is up, everybody? Welcome back to YouTube channel. As you guys know, Streamer University is finally over. And I'm ashamed to say this, but I did tune in. That's right, guys. I know. I did tune in to the Streamer University. But one of the problems I saw mostly, it was that some streamers were egoing other streamers, especially small streamers. But in my opinion, were they really egoing? Or were they not approaching the right way? And well, I'm glad I found this video. That's right, guys. Today we are watching the real small creator problem at Streamer U. Without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Every single year, Streamer University brings out some of the greatest content creators who are hungry, who are wanting to take it to that next level.
I'm not gonna lie, Server was,
there's
bro, he
always
was
going to
averaging
be one
100K.
lemon/bad apple in the bunch. That is small streamer Aisha Sophie, who has 1.8 million followers on Twitter. And she is complaining that Streamer University is not for the small streamers of it all, but it's for the big streamers. This is somebody who averages thousands of live viewers when she does go on Twitch. But she's claiming as if there's some sort of baked in advantage that bigger streamers have. And
okay, hold on. I'm a little iffy on what she said. Okay, first of all, I disagree that it's entirely for the bigger streamers. Yes, will they get most of the attention? Yes. And from seeing right here, you have 13,000 subs. You're not like a small streamer. You know, if I started streaming, I would not have this many subs. I would probably only have like, what, 0? So saying Streamer University is mostly for only big streamers, then how come you aren't thriving on that if you are big? Now, yes, maybe you're not a streamer, you know, maybe you weren't here for this long and maybe people don't really know you that well. Well, you're still pretty big. Think about it. 13,000 subs isn't small. You're probably up there in the top, what? Isn't it like 0.13? That's like only get to make it? Like you already made it. You're fine.
And smaller streamers just get
I just said it.
dust.
If she doesn't have the advantage, that's false.
Because I see small streamers like Suburb Baby, who was averaging a little under 100 live viewers just a few months ago, balloon and blossom based off of the
no, he was averaging 62K viewers live. See, like that did help him, but that's because he created this, you know, chaos. He brought so much into this. He created wars. He had an arc, you know, that's why. He was able to hold all that entertainment, you know? Like, look at this.
And before I just completely dismissed
it,
I went and I studied the Aisha Sophie situation and figured out exactly why creators fail. And you definitely don't want to miss out on this. While Aisha may be new to live streaming, at least relatively speaking, she's not new to attention at all. She averages multiple thousands of viewers across multiple different platforms and has a big M across multiple different platforms as well.
Millions.
She entered streaming
she has
with
millions.
more distribution than most of the creators she claims to represent as the
I think her problem is she doesn't know how to transform her content. She has people watching. She just doesn't know what to do with that many viewers. You know, she probably thinks, oh, whatever I do, they'll watch. But if she wasn't satisfied with what was going on with Streamer University, then there must be something wrong. She probably has a vision where she wants to, you know, she wants this certain type of clip. So why isn't it happening? So I think her problem is she doesn't know how to transform that. She's probably just used to sitting there with the camera and people will watch her regardless because she has millions of followers. But she's wondering what the Streamer University, they weren't really collabing with her. They weren't really streaming with her, stuff like that. Because she can't make that clip happen. She has to do something. She has to transform that clip. She can't just ask, hey, okay, you're gonna do this, you just gotta do it, and then if it naturally happens, that's gonna be a great clip.
But I think the challenge that she's having right now is converting that existing social media audience into a loyal streaming community, which is a totally different situation than entering the event after averaging 50 to 150 viewers. For I do think that she has the ability to criticize the unequal access, but by no means is she some sort of small streamer just because she's smaller than Kai, Agent, or Duke.
The way SU works is there's big streamers, there's middle streamers, there's small streamers. The big streamers click together. Small streamers try to figure out where they can go, and they can't go anywhere. They're expected to just stick around the big creators and be the supporters and the people.
That's cap. I saw so many small creators do their own thing. Who's that dude that was dressing up as Batman, Robin, you know, the caveman? There was the dude that was dressing up as a lot of things. He was in everybody's clip. And is he big? No. But that was entertaining. He would pass by, interact with the streamer, and that would be a clip. He was doing it because he was having fun. If you're putting yourself in these labels, oh, big streamers are sticking together. And if you want to get a clip, instead of just, you know, staying there, get that clip. Make that clip. You know, you want to say hi to this person. You know, even if they ego you, make that a clip. Oh, Aisha just got egoed by Stable Ronaldo, you know? Make it a clip. That's fine if they're not interacting with you the way you want them to. get a clip out of everything you do. And if it's not working, then okay, go to the smaller streamers. If you think the big streamers won't collab with you, they won't do like a little clip with you, then go for the smaller streamers. You know, they'll want to network, especially with somebody as big as you. They'll look at you and be like, oh yes, we can network. So instead of you trying to go for somebody bigger than you, you can also go for the people with you in that area and below you. Quick intermission. Sorry guys, but we are so close to
900
subscribers, and I really want to be able to reach it. So I thought, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. That's right, guys. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
And like the viewers aren't going to everyone like evenly, you know what I mean?
She also makes this claim that the small streamers,
because okay, for that last clip, how she's saying the viewers aren't going to everyone evenly, that's always going to be like that. That's nothing you can control. You can't just hold people and make them watch you sit there and talk to your camera and complain. You know, that's not what people want to see. Especially in Streamer University, they want to see chaos. They want to see what Summer Brave was doing. He was throwing people around, ripping shirts. People want to see that. Kai Cenat had a whole bounty on his head. That's how much he was controlling that university. He did good. Sure, maybe that's not your type of style of content, you know. Your style of content is more calm, more like, oh, look, let me show off this, you know, cool dress. Let's go hang out with these people. You know, maybe that's your type of content. Then yeah, of course you're not going to get the viewers. But you should still be happy that you're even in that position to be able to be around those people. You know, maybe get out of your comfort zone. That was a class. Wasn't Ludwig, Senna, and Valkyrie saying to get out of your comfort zone? Maybe you want to expand that content, you know. Yes, I do this type of content. I usually only hang out, talk in the camera, you know, I wear my dress, but you're in Streamer University, you know, how about you extend it, get out of that comfort zone, do a little clip, you know, do gesture, and maybe you'll be like, wait, that's actually fun. I had fun gesturing. You know, you will find new things you want to do, and you start introducing new things to your audience too. And maybe, you know, when you're interacting with these other streamers doing the new content, you know, you're gesturing, you're, roasting, you're rapping, you're dancing. They'll be like, hold on, I kind of want to tap in. You know, she's tough. Yo, my streamer, you got to collab with her. You know, you got to get out of your comfort zone. That's what Streamer University was all about. All the other streamers were getting out of their comfort zone. You know, like my streamer, he was streaming the whole thing 24/7. He's never done that. So he was also getting out of his comfort zone. And I appreciated him. And that's why I sticked around with him. Because people want to see you do good. They want to see you expand. They want to see you get out of that comfort zone.
He also makes this claim that the small streamers are needed to be cheerleaders, or, you know, people who
that's
are
just
making the larger streamers broadcast much more relevant, much more better.
That's not true.
God, I hated that I used that phrasing, but that's how.
That's not true, because if that was true, then what happens when they're outside of Streamer University? You know, if a small streamer is next to a big streamer, I don't think nothing will change. Even if they're cheering, woo, woo, you know, that's not going to change. In fact, people want the other, you know, they want the smaller streamer to shine. They want to be like, okay, you're interacting with my streamer. How is the interaction going to go? If you guys have the same type of humor, or if you're funny, they want to see you more. You know, they want to be like, hey, go back to this guy. Go back to this girl. She's funny. You know, it's like you just gotta play along. If you're getting roasted, play along. Roast them back or just have fun. You know, if you're part of a cutscene now, oh, we gotta chase this person. Play along. You know, because now you're having a clip, and now you're part of an arc. Now you have a story going that captures your audience.
And she's mad that she's not getting the equal ROI for the time that she spends making these people's things better. But collaboration between creators of different sizes will rarely ever lead to this numerical equivalent where if this bigger person gets 100,000, then you will automatically have 100,000 of people who consistently stay with you. That's just not how these things work.
Bro, you have 3.5 million.
Okay, but I'm not a big streamer.
It doesn't matter. Okay, there you go.
It doesn't translate. It doesn't translate.
It doesn't.
The problem isn't inherently with the rhetoric that Aisha is saying about Streamer University. One, there probably is a little bit of a problem with people who are granted all this access and opportunity and then complain about it. Mind you, there were millions of people who signed up for this. I promise you there will be so many people who are grateful for the position that you are being placed in. I'm literally seeing Ludwig give out fabulous lessons, Agent give out fabulous lessons.
His class was good. I took so many stuff from his
backpacks and sponsorships and all this other stuff like that. So I think that you should be grateful there. But can you have criticism for stuff? Absolutely. Hell, that's what we do over here at the Unemployed News Network. The actual problem that I have is that when she is given the opportunity to do these things, i.e. be put in places where she has access to bigger streamers and make something of the situation, guess what she does?
I don't like people to think I'm like a clout chaser, so I don't want to like just talk to big people.
And girl, I'm gonna be honest, I'm the last person you should feel that way with. I'm literally in the networking class. You know why?
Okay,
because that's what I do. I network, I meet people.
Yeah.
My whole class is teaching you to get out of that mindset.
Yeah, we're good.
Just, yeah. You just interact. Like I said, even if it's a bad clip or if it's a clip, interact with people. Like I said, if you're seeing cutscenes, join in. Even if it's somebody you never talked to, you know, that's how you get stuff going. You network, people see you, interact with these actions, they see you in this clip, and it's just the way you are, you know. You just gotta keep moving. Just create the clips, do as much as you can, you know, even if it's cringe, you know, not all your clips are gonna be great, but just being the fact you're in streamer university, just do something, you know, just do something. That's what people want to see you. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I wanted to collab with this person, but you know, they're doing something else. Then join into that. You know, if they were doing the boxing events, join in, go there, you know, cheer, woo. Or if you want to box.
Yo, somebody was knocking on my door in your door last night.
Yeah, look, you're just reading your chat. Talk with the person.
Someone knocked on my door last night. See, Aisha, it's Aisha, right? See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Agent came here, and you were like this. And you were in your phone. Did you get nervous?
I don't know. Maybe that corn dog was good as hell. Who knows? Look, off the strength of Agent sitting beside her directly challenges any notion that the big streamers are inaccessible. She received the exact opportunity that people are dying for. I'm not even trolling. This is not no glaze. I wish that some of the creators that I talk about or wish to talk about on my platform would come and sit right here next to me. Even if it were for all of 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah, like, even if you get egoed, right? Let's say you do say, oh, on my door too. You can make that a clip where they just look at you. Just make it awkward yourself. You know, just be like, oh my bad. You know, just make it a clip. Even if you get egoed, even if it's embarrassing that they're ignoring you, just be like, you know, just answer the conversation. So you can get a clip out of it at least.
But when given the opportunity, she was more invested in the corn dog and in the phone of it all. Now, we shouldn't just paint this with a broad brush stroke and say that this one clip will define the entire experience of what she is trying to get off. But the optics of it undermine the complaints that she was spewing in the early portions of this video. It becomes really difficult to argue that, you know, the bigger streamers will not interact with smaller streamers and that this is a situation where the smaller streamers are supposed to be cheerleaders for these people when, you know, one of them just approaches you, sits down at a table with you, and you just appear to be disengaged. For what it's worth, this is improv. Nobody's saying no to interaction. Agent's presence
Oh my god, I would thrive in streamer university then. Yo, I was like dead so good at improv. Everything I do is improv. See, this video is making me realize I can't just make content here reacting like this. I need people to collab with. You see what I mean? Like, I gotta get out of my comfort zone.
Agents nobody's saying no. Won't automatically create content for you. You have to do something. And they will be willing to engage, as we've seen in other videos. Him being on your stream isn't just gonna blow you up. You still need to introduce a topic, make a joke, create some chemistry, or give something to the conversation other than...
Like I said, the best way to capture an audience, if you don't have any way of like, okay, if I know I can't talk to this person right now, and I know that everybody's getting their own viewers, but I'm still stuck in 100 viewers, what can I do? And I feel like the best way you can do that is through storytelling. You know, because I'm an actor. I see content differently. I see it more as an art. I see everything I do is, okay, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. You know, this is a story I gotta tell. How can I tell that story to keep people watching? And that's the way I'd see it. So, for example, if I'm averaging 100 viewers, right? Or even less, everybody's going to the other streamers, the other people. I'm like, okay, I need to create a goal that they gotta follow with me and they need to invest in it. What is something that they will invest in it? Even if it's something I would never do personally. For example, I'd probably start a war. I'd announce war against everybody. Obviously, I'll go for the ones that are already having wars. I'll join, give them a reason to join. For example, you know, if I join a side, yo, I'm on your side. Okay, now you're on the side. Now you can attack the other person. Or if you get like wet in the crossfire, you know, they got you too. Now you can be like, you know what, guys? Screw it, I'm crashing out. There you go. You get your clip. You start crashing out. People know you're crashing out. That's going to be a clip. You know, they're running away. You're throwing the waters. You got to give them like a storyline. You got to give them something. That way people are investing. And by the time, you know, streamer university is ending, you're on day 5. And let's say, for example, your goal was to find the Mr. Beast money, right? You haven't found anything for the last 4 days, but the 5th day, you finally grab it. People are going to, you know, the people that were invested in you, they're spamming W's. They're subscribing. They're, you know, you're getting more viewership. They're like, yo, guys, they finally found it. You know, you gotta have a goal. You gotta have a way to get people engaged. Give them a story. Interact with the people passing by. You know, if you know them and you're their friends, do a little banter. You know, oh, go F yourself. And in classes, look engaged. If everybody else is messing around, how about you pay attention? Because now you're going to be the standout. Because people are going to see you. If you're just there looking, you know, nodding, asking questions, they're going to be like, oh, he's locked in. and they're going to want to tune into your stuff.
Bigger streamers shouldn't be expected to just hop into everybody's content and create a moment for them and then force their audience to go over there and
that's
push
up to
them
you.
to a consistent streamer that becomes bigger. Proximity is not the finished
because if you do that, now you're relying on another streamer. You know, now you're relying on their audience. Because whenever he's not live, they're going to tune into yours. You're going to be their waiting room. That's not what you want. You want to have your own community. Yes, you can come up from different communities, but in the end of the day, people are still going to watch that person. You know, most of the viewers, once the other person go live, they'll most likely go to them. And that's not where you want to end up. You want to have your own thing. You want to branch out and do a different content. Because when that person is not going live or when they're having drama, they're going to come to your chat. They're going to be like, hey, what do you think of this person? Well, what are they doing? How do you feel after they left to Streamer University and you didn't make it? They're just gonna bother you, and that's not a community. That's not a chat you want. So yeah, a big streamer is not their responsibility to help you and blow up. It is your responsibility to find a way to get that clip and thrive in it. Sure, maybe you didn't thrive in Streamer University. That's fine, like I said. But at least you'll know, it's like, okay, if my type of content isn't interacting like this, you know, maybe I'm not really an IRL person, but I got to collab with some people that are down to play the game, and I'm a gamer. That's my content. There you go. Now you can come back home and do a Fortnite 1v1 or something, you know? If IRL wasn't your thing, you'll still get something out of Streamer University because now you have contacts to play games with.
Proximity is just the beginning opportunity. And we know that Streamer University's opportunities can work because we're seeing small streamers in real time take max advantage of these things and try to make something out of nothing. Streamer Elisa averaged around 328 viewers during 2025. Normally it's 150 viewers before December, when she collaborated with Agent. But now she is averaging 2,500 viewers. J Mommy O averaged 70 viewers during 2025. During Streamer University, she's averaging 372 viewers, peaking at 1,400 viewers. These people have small audiences, and they are making the best out of this situation as possibly can. Their growth is literal proof that these small creators are receiving some sort of measurable value at the event. Streamer University, the tag and section on Twitch, is bringing people to their content, and it's up to them to make them stay. I heard that
they had like a million people watching.
That these people are going to stay after Streamer University and that you may not fall back some. There's no way that you could tell me that somebody going from 50 to 372 live viewers isn't life-changing. And if you need a bigger example, because maybe these ones...
And I do believe that some will stay. Now, that's what's important, though, is to realize, hey, not all of them are going to stay. But that's fine, because what you don't want to do is get sad whenever nobody wants you. Even if you drop 1 or 2 or 3 or then 20 drop, that's fine. Keep going because now you still have more people watching you. Now you got all these new eyes on you. And they're expecting, it's like, okay, that was awesome. Let's say you had a great, amazing Streamer University. They can't wait for more. What are you going to do? Keep sitting down with no collapse, no nothing? No, you should be extending, you know, break out of that bubble, break out of your comfort zone because that might lead to your breakout. Who knows?
If you need a bigger example because maybe these ones aren't landing for you, Suburb Baby has to be the answer to the whole, well, is this benefiting small streamers conversation?
Yeah, he benefited a lot.
Suburb. Shut up, nigga.
Suburb Baby went from 483 average viewers to 49,000.
See what I say?
Quintupled. His peak viewership went to 102,000. And there's a reason
he
why.
did it. He won Streamer University.
Takes every single moment, takes every single joke, takes every single situation that is presented to him or that he makes for himself and turns it into some sort of storyline or character or arc that he's developing throughout the duration of
what I say, you gotta give them a storyline, give them a character to follow, get them invested in you. Even if you have to act, even if it's not you necessarily. That Streamer University, think of it like a movie. You are playing a character, right? It might not be you. Make an exaggerated version of you. If you are more calm, go a little crazy. People are gonna want to see that. You know, say, I'm gonna start this war and we're gonna do it out here. Get that built up. So when the war goes, all the viewers are coming onto your stream because you announced it. You're gonna be the start of that. That's how you do stuff like this. You create and you give them a character. You give them something for any scenario. You know, it's not strictly to just Streamer University. For people who didn't make it to Streamer University, or now that you're outside of Streamer University, create something out of nothing. You know, for example, let's say you have a collab coming up of a basketball team, right? Let's say you're not the best. Get them to be invested in you. Say, chat, all right, we're going to be, you know, practicing until we make it. We're going to win. Keep hyping yourself up, guys. We're going to win. You've seen the progress. Look at this. Look at this. And people are invested in you. They're going to tune into that stream and they're going to see you. Even if you lose, they're going to be like, it's all right. WW, you tried. Because it's all you put the effort. They invested into your character. They're investing in your streams. That's the secret to success. That's literally it. You just improv. You create a storyline on whatever scenario you're on. You get this character and you get those people to invest. It's that easy.
Getting arrested by Phantom becomes content. His interactions with Duke Dennis and other students are things that force him onto our feeds and make his personality recognizable beyond belief. Suburb Baby is getting a lot of attention from a lot of the larger streamers out there, but it's because he is giving them something worth amplifying.
Yep. See, look at this. What'd I say?
Elisa, J Mommy Yo, Suburb Baby, and a bunch of other small streamers I've seen grace my timeline. And for what it's worth, they are people that I'm gonna be out on the look for after Streamer University.
Me too.
But that's because they're doing different things. And that's just not with the big streamers. Many of these small students are collaborating, finding audiences, and creating moments with other content creators that aren't just the Kai Cenats and the Agents of the world. Streamer University is giving you a spike in attention, but the creator's responsibility is to turn that spike into reoccurring views.
I think big creators, go do your thing. You can go be the big creator. That's okay. That's fine. I think anyone who's not considered a big creator, the small creators, the middle creators, whatever the fuck, if you're not accepted into the cool kid group, we need to stick together.
Look, Aisha's strongest point.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. She could farm that. And that could be a clip. Now, will it be hate farmed? Most likely. But that can still be a clip. You can still get that out. If that's what she was doing, she's not really like serious when she talks like that, then yeah, she did good because she got people talking about her. But if she's real about that, I just feel like you shouldn't see things as labels.
Small creators should stand up together, advocate for one another, and
feel like
build
that's
a community. I think that's lovely. Listen, as somebody who is a union type of guy, somebody who is a band together type of guy, a collaboration type of guy, I think that there's so much power in utilizing the community around you to help make your content better. We've seen it across this channel. We've seen it across other channels. Hell, we've seen it across the bigger streamers' channels, and that's ultimately how they became the bigger streamer. But where I think the advocacy should stop, and where I think she's a little misguided, is when she's collectively asking Kai Cenat, Agent, Duke, or Phantom to be the ones that bring the attention to them. You, as the content creator, have to go on other people's streams. You have to build group storylines. You have to create the reoccurring joke. You have to create the moment. And ultimately, you have to create something that is worthwhile watching for an audience to stick around continuously. And this is a place and space to display that wholeheartedly. I mean, there's no other place like university, Streamer University. The worst part about all this as a whole is that Aisha sits in a very interesting place. She is a creator who is bigger than a lot of the people that are on this campus. And instead of asking the creators above her to share their audiences downward, she could literally be doing the same exact thing herself. Instead, she's trying to rally the little man and appeal to them as if she is one of them. But the reality is that she's not. It's clear to see. Don't get it twisted. Streamer University does have some sort of hierarchy. Not everyone gets the same access, the same screen time. They don't have the same outcomes. All these things are true. But the growth of Elisa, J Mommy Yo, Suburb Baby, Pudgy, Bilzo, all these other things show that the opportunities are not non-existent. Streamer University can provide the exposure. Hell, it can place creators around major audiences, but it cannot manufacture everyone's personality, content, or career. And for what it's worth, I think that this is the wrong time to be doing any sorts of complaining about what happens at Streamer University and then to double back and not have any content to say like, hey, this is why they should be rocking with me.
That is the end of the video. I just want to make this video because, while I was watching the Streamer University as a small creator, I want to shine light in things I don't do and I notice, and I don't have to be a Streamer University to know that. And I wanted to share that with you guys. For anybody that wants to do streaming or content creation, I just wanted to help a little bit more. I don't know if this video will get seen by anybody, but if you do see that, please take away the way you can grow. There's many ways to grow. I turned reactions into something. Now, is that the best way to make content? No, but I thrive in it. I thrive in making reaction content. That's why I stick here, but I am welcome to make IRL. If you want to collab with me, hit me up. I am welcome to do IRL. I am actually I want to get out of my bubble. That's when I feel more excited, more me, because I get to create content. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If you guys enjoy Streamer University or any people that you guys are looking forward to after Streamer University, let me know all that in the comments below. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys like and subscribe to continue watching this amazing, beautiful series and join this amazing group of people. If I go to Streamer University, I'm going to wear a shirt with all these people's names, and I will make sure they get seen by Kai Cenat. I will personally show Kai Cenat my subscribers, and he will shout you guys individually. So make sure you guys join my family right here by subscribing. Anyways, I yapped too much already. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but take care, everybody. Goodbye.